uh, because it is important to do so. So in the first industrial revolution, this period started in 18th century. So in 18th century, what happened? Every time when there is a revolution, it removes certain things. It is an opportunity for some people, and it is a risk for others. So before the Industrial Revolution, people were doing rural agrarian activities, societies. So people were living in villages. But with the first Industrial Revolution, it brought centers, brought cities. So people had to shift from villages to go to work in the industries. You see what happened? For those people who were hanging on to their brothers and sisters and their fathers, their husbands, now the revolution has forced them to move through forced labor, through anything. At this moment, people have to move to go to find money. No one is forcing you, but you yourself will have to go to find money. It removed the charcoal, firewood, hand tools, use of animals, homecraft, small scale production. All these still happen in our countries, in our African societies. People are still using animals. Many places are in villages. There is no electricity. What did it introduce? It introduced urban societies and in the industrialized urban societies. Machines, factories, telegraph, the kind of communication, textiles, industries to create clothes, iron, and large-scale production. What made this successful? The use of steam power, use of charcoal, and smelting iron ore. If you look at the pictures of what was happening there in the first Industrial Revolution, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now the world is a central authority. Before the Industrial Revolution, people were doing homecraft. Business was done in home. And there are people who are doing baking bread. They were called bakers, baker. Those people were smiths. Each family was known by the activities we are doing. But now industries have bought central authority, and the owners of industries are the ones who become rich. Now, employees suffer. Industrial Revolution, second Industrial Revolution, removed all the things that were special in the first Industrial Revolution. Now, I want you to understand, this is very important. Iron ore, steam engine, coal, telegraph, medium scale production. So it was replaced by steel. Iron was replaced by steel, which helped to create bridges, to create skyscrapers. Electricity, oil, and gas replaced charcoal, coal, and the steam engine. So there were telephones, radio, TV, cars, ship, trains, airplanes, skyscrapers, large-scale production, growth of large cities, living conditions improved, and the goods price was reduced because of production. But during this time, everything, there were owners, capitalists. So many people became poor. So many people were exploited. That is the reason why until today, we have these trade unions to support workers. So if you look at the pictures, you can see what spearheaded this revolution is use of electricity, use of steel, improved transport and communication. Now you can see what happened if flight, train, during this period of time, and the discovery of electricity by Edison, and the typewriter, skyscrapers with the steel, and you could see textiles were much improved, and telephone started during this Industrial Revolution. So the people refer this as scientific revolution, because scientific discovery, a lot were done in the second industrial revolution. Now, what was happening to the banks? To the banks, still we are using fiat currency, like paper money or coin, because at this moment there was no internet which could allow to use cards. So at this moment, you can see the way the world is going. Each time when they discover something, then other, so the steamship now are no longer in market. Coal is no longer in market. They use oil. So now oil now is deal, electricity is deal, gas is deal. Communication also has improved. When now you come to the third industrial revolution, it started to the 20th century, 1950s. It brought computers, internet, and all the use cases of internet. A lot of billionaires were created in this era, more than any other revolution. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jack Ma, all of them, all those people are dealing with technology, are dealing with what happened in the third industrial revolution. So with the third industrial revolution, internet brought computers which could do the work of so many people. At this moment, everyone has got his own computer. Internet has brought Zoom. We don't need to hire a room to do our meetings. We can do our meetings. So for those people who had got opportunities to create offices, let me show you one picture. It speaks a lot. See this picture. You can see this picture. This one was the office. This one was the office of millionaire in 20th century, 1987. This is the office of a millionaire. But this is the millionaire, office of the millionaire today, this 2021. Same room, but everything is in the computer. This boy is a millionaire. So you can see those people who had got offices, now they are suffering a lot. Real estate is suffering. Where does money go? Money moves from real estate. Tenants move. They put everything now to their computer. They work from home. Like me now, I'm working from home. I'm dealing with so many people, thousands of people, but from home. So with this one now, you can see now, the life is changing. Opportunities are changing. What seemed to be an opportunity, today is no longer an opportunity. Now we have come to the fourth industrial revolution, this last decade. Fourth industrial revolution brought two things: artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. This is what the fourth industrial revolution has come. This is the world of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is doing the work that human being is doing. In 2023 or 2024, I'm not so sure, Dubai has announced 40% of the taxis will be driving automatic. There will be self-driving taxis. Like we have train which are automatic in Dubai. So they go also to taxis. What will happen to the employment of all people who are moving from different parts of the world to come to drive taxis in Dubai? They will not have employment. So this is the way that is going. A lot of things are changing. So if you think you are safe, what about your children? That is the reason why You have to see where the world is going, to learn and to prepare yourself. Not to prepare yourself to be, because it is already there. The fourth industrial revolution is already there. And we feel the impact, especially on the employment. Now, I want to teach you about the fourth industrial revolution after showing you that the world is going, and the majority of us are still in the first industrial revolution, or majority of us, or majority of people that you'll be talking to are still in the period before the industrial revolution. They still have, they do not have the electricity, they do not have communication, they do not have roads. All these were created in the second industrial revolution. They do not have, they are still using charcoal and firewood. This was the life before the industrial revolution. Now we are talking of plane, airplane, which was in the second industrial revolution. Now we want to bring them to us. And some people still do not want, so we don't want airplane. There is train. Train was done in the second industrial revolution. Now some people say we don't want train. So this is the kind of society that we are. So with the knowledge that we give, to show that the changes that are happening, they have always been opposed, because there are some people who do not want to change because they want to maintain status quo. So what the fourth industrial revolution is bringing is something very unique. It represents fundamental change in the way we live, we work, and relate to one another. That is the fourth industrial revolution. It is a new chapter in human development. It is enabled by extraordinary technology advancements, which do not come from nowhere. They have started, they are connected to the first, second, and third industrial revolution. And these advances merge physical world, digital world, and biological world together to create both promise and peril. At this moment, you see robots are also going to the meetings. In the UN meeting, World Bank, robots go. In the banks, a lot of robots. For those people who are in Dubai, go to the banks there, see, you want to talk to the customer care. You will start talking to the robot. This is the world now. They are taking also our work. They are there. They dress also, they move to the meeting and they speak. They have brain, they think. This is the world that we are today. So the speed, breadth, and depth of this revolution is forcing us to rethink how countries develop, how organizations create value, and even what it means to humans. So this fourth industrial revolution is more than just technology-driven change. It is an opportunity to help everyone, including leaders, policymakers, people from all income groups, nations, and to harness converging technologies in order to create an inclusive, human-centered future. So the future that is coming, it is all human-centered, because with the smart contracts, with the blockchain technology, which is removing the owners that have been existing in first, second, and third industrial revolution. In a blockchain, it gives the platform whereby people can go, all of them, and get opportunities, which are plenty, and utilize them. So the real opportunity is to look beyond technology and to find ways to give the greatest number of people the ability to positively impact their families, organizations, and communities. This is what we do. This is why we are here. We are going to look at the fourth industrial revolution. We go to majority of people so that they can see what is going on and they can use the technology to positively impact their families. Now, I want to teach you about the blockchain now after understanding. It is the technology in the fourth industrial revolution. It is the technology that we are already in, but because we don't know, we think we are in the second industrial revolution or the first, or we think that we are in the old age, stony age. No. We are in the fourth industrial revolution, and the wealth is shifting from the things we like, it is shifting to the things that many people do not know, which is the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, let me go now to blockchain technology. So we will see the meaning of blockchain technology. We will see characteristics of blockchain technology. We will see use of blockchain technology. Okay, when we talk of what is blockchain technology, blockchain, two words combined together. The first word is block and the second one is chain. So you can see these two words combined together. When we say of blockchain, I've told you it is the fourth industrial revolution. So this is what the technology that has been discovered in the fourth industrial revolution. Then what is the difference between blockchain, which is the internet version 1, this is blockchain and the internet version 1. The internet, which was discovered in the third industrial revolution, and the internet version 2, which has been discovered in the fourth industrial revolution. What is the difference? They are the same in many aspects, but the only difference is in the transfer of value. In the internet version 1, you can send things, you can send messages, documents, so many stuff, money. And when you send stuff from point A to point B in the internet version 1, you send a copy of what you have. When I send you a picture, I remain with the copy. When I send you document notes, I remain with the copy. So if we put stuff with value, for example, title deeds, when we put books, when we put money, let's say in WhatsApp, you can spend this money to as many people as possible. So because it is impossible to send something without remaining with a copy, they say, no. If you want to send money, there must be authority, central authority, a bank, lawyers, government, Western Union, and so many other authorities. You go, you take money to them, they record, you want to send to this guy, then you remove money from them, then you will send it to this guy. So central authority is needed to avoid double spending. Now, what the fourth industrial revolution, blockchain, has brought, you can send money from point A to point B, and the whole world know that this money has moved from this guy to this guy, and this money disappears on your side. Or this document or anything of value, it disappears. So you don't remain with a copy. So there is only one copy, unique copy. So when this guy also transfers, now the world knows this guy is the one. When it transfers to this guy here, then the whole world know that this one does not have this document. Now the document is on the new guy. Like this is the new person. And with this one, no central authority is needed. No bank, no lawyer, no auditor, no accountants. They are not needed. Customer care, no authorities needed. The fourth industrial revolution has infrastructure to do the work. So this is the difference between internet version 1 and the internet version 2, which is blockchain. So blockchain now takes away the works of lawyers, auditors, accountants, and everything. So technology is replacing human beings. So we can do all the activities, all the services that are done by the banks using blockchain where there are no people. So This blockchain, you have understood now, it is Internet version 2. And blockchain is banking version 4. Banking version 1, you cash like a paper money and coin. Banking version 2 was ATM and credit cards and debit cards. Banking 3 is online banking with the M-Pesa and the other stuff. Banking 4.0, banking everywhere, but not at the branch. So you can do all the services of banking without having the central authority, without going to the branch, and you can do it. So this is what this is what blockchain is all about. So blockchain has 2 words, block and chain. They are all combined together, meaning that in this network, the folder or the files which keep information are called the blocks. And in this block is the file that keep information in the blockchain network. So it's like a folder. With the way you keep your folders in your computer, you normally label them. My folders, I have labeled them. I have put this is a blockchain for Saji. This is this. So if somebody comes to change his name, I will not know. So these files have got the information that is going in the blockchain in 10 minutes. So all the transactions that take place in the world for 10 minutes, the transactions are kept in one block. So this block contains the transactions, but contains the date stamp, like time stamp. When did this transaction take place? It shows the previous owner and the new owner of the transactions, and it has got its own ID, like the ID that makes this block known. And it contains also the ID of the previous block. So now, since the first block does not have the block which the file which came first, in the previous hash, you can see it is 0. So this file collects the information in 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes again, another block is created. Another file is put in place there, ready to receive information. What does this file contain? It contains the number of the previous block, this number of the previous block. So this ID is the first information that goes to the new block. And the information that is going on in the block is going in the blockchain network, is kept in this data, which is open. After 10 minutes, it is closed with its own ID. It gets its own ID. Now another block is coming. It is the same. The first information that goes in is the ID or the hash of the previous block. This one information come, they close it with its own hash, its own ID. Again, the same, it contains the hash of the previous block and it closes with its own ID. So this process continues. So for example, Bitcoin, the information is in 10 minutes. Bitcoin started in 2008. So after every 10 minutes, then a new block is created and it is closed. So that's why they call blockchain technology. It's the chain of block. They are connected to, one block is connected to one another by the hash of the previous block. So this makes it impossible to hack or to alter, because when you change anything, any information here, you affect the hash. So when you affect the hash, this hash changes, then this block will not be valid, because for this block to be valid, then the hash of the previous block must be there. So the hash which is there is different. So the hacker must come to change this. When he changes this, he has affected the hash of this previous block. When he affects the hash of the previous block, all these are not valid. The something that you want to bring is not valid because it has to match with this one. Then you have to come to undo this. So you need to take 10 minutes to undo all the blocks since from today, 2021, August 30 to 2008. And this one you have to do in 10 minutes because after 10 minutes, everything rearranges itself. That is why blockchain is safe. Now, after understanding what is blockchain technology, I want to give you the characteristics of blockchain technology, which are very, very important and which will give us the true picture. So the first characteristic of blockchain is decentralization. I've shown you the first industrial revolution brought centers, brought industries, brought people from different parts of the world to bring them to the centers to work, to be employed in a certain company, to transform the kind of education to help these people to be working in the industries. The same applies to second and third. Third, people create application, they bring for you. They bring for you, use them, and they collect all the money is going to them. That's why there are so many billionaires. You use, they make you busy with using all these applications. For them, they are making money. So they are owners. So now what the fourth industrial revolution is bring decentralization. Decentralized, this characteristic of blockchain means blockchain network doesn't have any governing authority, doesn't have any single person who is looking after the framework. There is no office. Rather, there is a group of computer nodes which maintain the network, making it decentralized. If you look at this picture, it speaks by itself. It speaks a lot of information. I can install the software of the blockchain, and that blockchain will exist in my phone, and it is all connected to one another. So there are people who have got phones, there are people who have got computers which are spread around the world. So who put this? There is no one specific person who put it. Anyone can put it. It's like WhatsApp, who put it in your phone, you put it by yourself. You heard about it and you put it. So some people heard about blockchain becoming then like that. So they became, and there is incentive to do so because the network fee is going to this computer node. So they get there is incentive to do so. If you see at this picture, you will see so many dots. This is representing the computer nodes which are around the world, which support the blockchain. So there is no way you can say, I want to hack the blockchain and take it down, because you cannot. There are millions of computers that keep blockchain. There are no people that you can give announcement to. No, the only thing is that make all these computers stop at the same time. If one computer remains working, when this computer come back, they will get back all the information. It's like for you in WhatsApp, if you close your phone, when you come, all the messages that you missed will appear on your screen. So this is the first characteristic, making it more safe. The second characteristic is the distributed ledger. Distributed ledger is simple, meaning that in every institution where it collects money or it sells goods and services, they have a book where they keep the accounting, like what has come, what has gone, like the information. Blockchain also has got the information. I mean, the ledger, this accounting ledger. So this ledger where you keep information, all the transactions that take place, does not stay in one computer, but it is distributed to millions of all the computers that are in the network. And each computer owner will maintain a copy of the ledger. So, and every transaction that takes place is also synchronized, and it reflects on the ledger that each computer node holds a copy. And so by doing so, by this distribution, meaning that these transactions have got it allows this transaction to have public witness. So public witness everything that is done. So why then this ledger does not stay in one computer? Because there is no one person, there is no person, there is no people, there are no people. Instead, it is distributed to millions of computers so that these computers can assist not only just to keep, but also to verify these transactions. That's why it gives us to the third characteristics, consensus protocol. Consensus protocol meaning that blockchain is trustless system, meaning that we don't have to trust anyone. We don't have to trust anyone because first of all, there are no people. But when you look at the blockchain, then you can see there's a lot of transactions, billions of money of transactions. So who verify? Because there are bad actors, there are people who are bringing wrong information. So who is verifying these transactions? It is done by the computer nodes. So these computer nodes verify the transaction. They have put the conditions that the data, for data to be kept into the block, it has to pass through complex and comprehensive assessment. So when an information, if you look at this picture, when an information is going in the blockchain network, it is distributed to the millions of computers. These computers verify, try to see this transaction. Does it go with the conditions which they have been put? So if this transaction goes, these computers will tick, and once they all tick, there is no any change or like any controversial issue, then this information is kept in a block. But if this data, maybe you already sent this product or this, you don't have anything, these computers will identify you and the transaction will not go through. See this picture, what is happening now? They have crossed this transaction. So these computer nodes have been given, they know which transaction to keep in the blockchain, which transaction to discard. So there are no people, but there are computer nodes. So because blockchain is decentralized, because blockchain is distributed ledger, and in a blockchain there is consensus protocol, then this is a fourth characteristic, immutability, which is the fourth, which is the best. This is the key feature of blockchain. This is what makes people like blockchain. These birds ask themselves, what are other words for immutable? Changeless, unchangeable, invariable, inflexible, unalterable, constant, permanent, unchanging, and enduring. So blockchain technology makes it impossible for a person to change data, to replace data, to falsify data which has been distributed, which has been verified, and which has been kept in a block and is sealed by the hash of the previous block and the hash of the existing block. That block cannot be changed or changed. So with this one, it makes to reduce the cost of organizations, because you don't need to do auditing. Everything is there, everything is clear. You can know where the money is going. So you don't need lawyers, you don't need anyone here, because it increases the efficiency of many business, because immutability gives clarity to many business disputes, as it enables verifiable shared source of truth. So when it gives the data or the information, it is the source of truth which has been verified by millions of computers which have been working together. So the last characteristic is that Blockchain is open source. Open source means the code which created the blockchain. Codes, because the system is created by codes, is public, is anyone can view the code, anyone can audit the code, anyone can copy the code, anyone can learn from the code, and anyone can share the code. What does this mean? It means that the code that created the blockchain is open, meaning that some people are allowed to bring creativity by creating their applications or systems or programs and put them inside the blockchain because the code allows them. That's why they come up with applications that we can use, and these applications do not have owners. These applications are called smart contracts or blocked or decentralized application. And these applications provide solutions to various problems. So this is why Forsage is coming. We use Forsage, we get 100% of the payment in Forsage. We get there is no owner because the Forsage as a smart contract uses the infrastructure of the blockchain, or the characteristics of blockchain, which is the open source code. Other characteristics, transaction are peer-to-peer. I've told you, internet version 2, transaction move. They don't remain with a copy, no need for third party, no need for banking. Blockchain is secured, blockchain is transparent, blockchain is public, blockchain faster settlement, lower transaction fees, and the enhanced security. So the last thing is the functions of blockchain. The functions of blockchain now, because it can transfer things with value from one point to another, blockchain created their own money. This money is called a cryptocurrency. So blockchain has bought the money called the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Binance, and other cryptocurrencies that we use. They are world money. They don't belong to anyone. They increase in value. So the technology behind that created the cryptocurrency is called the blockchain. Blockchain has also created the smart contracts. These are the applications which do not have their owner and which bring solution to human beings, and they assist people. These applications have been created on top of blockchain technology, not by the creator of blockchain, but by any person, because the code is open and people can use it. Blockchain can be used in banking and finance because you can see, first of all, it has created the money that people want. So it can keep information, but it can assist in money laundering. It can assist in faster transactions, quick transaction, low transaction fees. It can be used in insurance. It can use peer-to-peer transactions. So the banks can benefit from the blockchain. It is safe. No one can forge. No one can lie. So that, because also it is banking 4.0, I've shown you, it can be used in business. You can see supply chain management. You can track the things, all the items that you have ordered online. So you can track, you can know where they are and if they are genuine. In healthcare, the information can be used can be put in the blockchain, and the doctors can access them anywhere, and they get to know information about your real estate, media, and it can be used in government, for example, in record management, in identity management, voting, taxes, compliance, regulatory oversight, and non-profit agencies. Blockchain government can use. Dubai, this is what they have started doing. Right now, they are shifting towards the blockchain. So with this one, you can identify everything in terms of voting, in terms of tax, compliance is everything. You don't need to rely to people. You need to rely on technology. It can also be used in financial management and accounting, record management, cyber security, big data management. So with these characteristics or functions, then you can see the use of blockchain is so huge. So as for us now, we cannot take everything. We take what we want, cryptocurrency and smart contracts, because we want to work on that. So tomorrow I'll be teaching you about cryptocurrency, which is the digital currency, so that this is what the money that you'll be getting in Forsage, you are going to get. And the day after tomorrow, I'll teach you about smart contracts, and we'll go specifically to Forsage. You can see how people are making money without the owner. You can see what is happening now in the fourth industrial revolution and all the opportunities. So you can make money, you can enjoy what is going on in the world. I hope we have had a good time together. I hope this knowledge changes your life. And I expect maybe more people tomorrow, day after tomorrow, because they're going to do. I want to give you now maybe 1 minute while I prepare to go for another meeting to our coordinator editor, so that to finalize it and close the meeting immediately as I am going for another meeting. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Leader. Good luck for the intensive training. I believe we have more insight on this. And it's not that you can filter everything in one day. That's why we have this kind of training in a portion whereby one is a layer of another. So I urge all of you to be here in this call tomorrow. And you can help also all other people who are just outside there who really need to know this kind of information. And I know you cannot filter everything in one day. So from this day, maybe until tomorrow, you can take your time, yeah? You can go to Google, just write about blockchain, maybe in a simple language. You can continue to build yourself on this kind of knowledge, and so that we will be together, you know, as we continue to grow, because our Forsage is based on cryptocurrency. So by tomorrow, I'm sure when we continue this kind of series of education or training that we are learning, at least we'll be on top of it. So I just thank you everyone for those who have attended this call. Most of them I can see are most leaders, same names. So I hope to see you tomorrow with your people. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Evening, by the way, for those who are in evening time. Thank you. Bye-bye.